Hello, this is Darius with Divine Numerology. We're talking about numerology, of course. That's what we do on this channel. And I want to thank you guys for coming in and checking this out and wanting to know about your own self and find out what it means. Before I go into it, I want to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe and click the notification bell so that you get all the updates on these videos as I come out with them. All right, guys? So, jumping into it, what I'm going to talk about is something called the performance experience number, okay? And I'm getting this definition from the book. This is the King's Book of Numerology. I highly recommend everybody interested in numerology get this book right here. It's an excellent book. It's by far the best numerology series that I've encountered. The author actually wrote 12 volumes. Right here I have volume 1. I have all 12 of his volumes. Here's volume 12 right here. All and everything in between. He talks about love, relationships, but how to go into it in depth. And just on a basic level, start with volume 1 because that volume 1 in itself is going to have stuff that just goes beyond anything that's out there right now. Nobody's touching it. Just in volume 1. So getting right into it. So the performance expression number, what this is, this is when we take the life path and add it to the expression. Okay. So in the previous 2 videos that I just made, I was explaining what the life path is and how the life path is the lessons, influences, the subjects, and the themes. We call that the list. This is what is happening to you. This is what the universe is bringing to you, right? So when it relates to the life path, it's the path that destiny is going to take you on. The recurring themes, the recurring lessons that you're going to have to learn, and the type of people you'll encounter, the type of situations you'll run across, and constant themes that'll be playing out in your life. You can think of the life path as a script, okay? You can think of the life path as a script that you have to learn. You are an actor. You are an actress in this life, right? Think of this life as a play without a rehearsal, right? That you've heard that. I'm sure you've heard that. So if this is a play, then the life path, you can think of that as the script with all the lines that you're here to learn and to study and the emotions that you will experience and different things like that. So then in another video that I made, I also explained what's referred to as the expression number, okay? That is what we get when we add the full name at birth. I'll add it all up after we convert each single letter into a number. We add all and calculate all those until we get to a single digit. And that tells us about who you are. So if the life path is your script in life, with all the scenes that will be changing and at different times, then the expression is the actor or the actress, who you are, right? So it's going to be the expression that's going to be who you are, what type of personality you have, and how you are influencing the world. Life path is how the world is influencing you. The expression is how you're influencing the world. What does it look like as you're going on your life path, doing the things that you do that make you, expressing your personality, expressing your interests? What's that look like on your life path? The way we find that is by using the performance experience number. What it is that you experience, what actually happens. The phenomenon, that's what it is. It is what actually happens, the result of you being you on your life path, adding those two together. So the way that we find that out, it's also known as, the reality number, right? Because it's what is actually your reality. So with that being said, the way that we find that is very simple. You take your life path by adding up all the numbers in your birthday. Then arriving at to a single digit, then you take all the letters in your name, convert them into numbers, add them all up, and then reduce to a single digit, just like you did to get to the life path, right? Then what you do is you add the life path to the performance experience number. You add those two together, and that gives you the performance number, the experience number, the reality number. What is your reality? What is it that you're going to experience, you being you, on your life path? What does that look like? That is what that is. As an example, if you are a life path 1, you're here to learn how to be the individual. You're here to learn how to be a leader. You're here to learn how to be one with all, right? You're here to learn how to stand up on your own 2 feet. If you have a 2 expression by adding up your full name, then the way that you are naturally is very relationship oriented, very you're others oriented. You're going to be thinking a lot about other people and their reactions. You're going to be really focused on your environment and external things. Emotions will play a big part. Intuition, being a supportive individual. So now if I add that life path 1 to that expression 2, what do we get? We get number 3 as your performance, right? How does that look? So if you have the 2 expression, someone that is very relationship oriented and very directed toward others, and they're here to learn how to be independent, they're here to learn how to take the lead. What does that look like? That's going to look like someone that likes to be around other people, leading. But they're going to want to be around other people. They're going to be wanting to be in a supportive role, but their life path is going to have them being more in the forefront. It's going to have them integrating. What's 3? It's going to have them expressing. It's going to have them communicating with other people in a way that puts them out in front, in a way that helps other people to follow them. They're going to be supporting other people because that's what 2 does. That will bring them into a position of leadership because they're going to be so interested in supporting other people that they're going to be kind of like the person of influence, but they don't really want all that attention. They just want to help people. But naturally that will put them out there in the spotlight because that's what 1 is. It's being out there, being recognized. So that 2 individual, they're going to want to be more so, don't look at me. I'm just the guy behind the scenes. But the others around them are going to push them out. The 2 numbers, what you can see right off the bat is the 1 is fire, the 2 is water. The 2 is passive, the 1 is active. So it's going to make, they're 2 opposite numbers, so it's going to make that person uncomfortable to be in that spotlight of the one that is naturally the 1. Another example, if you have someone that is a life path 3, and let's say their expression number is a 4, okay? So as an expression number 4, the kind of person that they are is structured, orderly, organized. They like things to be done in a certain fashion, rigid, restriction, limitation, hard work, ethic, loyalty. They like things solid. They like that feeling of security. That's who they are. But they're on this life path 3, which is, it's going to be putting them in social situations where they're going to be forced to express themselves, right? So, and not just that, they're going to be having to communicate. 3 is fun, so they're going to be also very entertaining and enjoyable to be around because that's what 3 is. Three is the number of joy, expression, creativity. May have some challenges expressing authentically at times. But now when you have this four of structure and stability, and then you have the three of expression and sensitivity, you got that added together, it comes out with seven, right? Seven, introspection, analysis. This person is going to be, what's going to be happening? What's the reality that's going to be happening with this individual? They're going to be very internalized, right? Internalization. The way that they are is very structured and rigid, and at times can be have difficulty being flexible. Their life path is going to put them in situations where they are called upon to be expressing themselves. So what that looks like is, if they're going to be expressing themselves on their life path, the three, they're going to do so in a structured way. How are they going to do that? Because they're going to be thinking and analyzing. That's what seven is. Thinking, analyzing how to express this in an organized and structured way. Their three is integration, mixing things together. So if they're going to be mixing things together, they're going to do it in a structured way. So what are they going to do? They're going to be sorting things out mentally, like, okay, boom. Now, seven is also a number of conflict. So that means too that if they're on the three life path and they're a four expression number, then there's going to be some challenges, some bumpy rides at times with how their way of doing things will be taken by the people that they're associated with. Sometimes they may come across as too rigid when things are calling for them to be more flexible in their situation. And that may result in some discomfort and difficulty, which is also another characteristic of seven. Their life path is three, which is expression and sensitivity. Well, in our life path, sometimes we have trouble doing the thing that we are here to do on our life path. So they may not know how to put their words. They may not, in the right way for it to come out. It might just come out and it may be kind of damaging to the people that they're speaking to without realizing it. So it can, and if that four is not being done in a healthy way, if that communication isn't being structured correctly, then it can result in the negative aspect of the seven. Now, in the case where a person's expression number matches their life path number, that means things flow a little bit easier, sometimes a lot easier. If a person, say for instance, has a three expression, which is again expression and sensitivity, and then a three life path, then their life path naturally is going to be one of just in entertainment. That's what three is: expression, communication with a lot of people. But they're naturally going to be that type of person anyway. They're going to be expressive. It's going to be easier for them to handle and take care of the things that life path will bring their way. They're already that person. So their performance, what is that going to equal? That's going to three life path, their full birthday, plus three expression, their full name, adds up to a six performance experience. So that means, what is six? Nurturing, love, harmony, balance. Notice the interesting vibration there. When you have those two vibrations merging like that, comes with that type of an energy. The reality is going to have them creating that type of environment. That's what they're going to be like to be around. The challenge here is if we have something called voids. Now, that's something that I'll go into in another video. Voids are our karmic lessons. Voids are parts in our name, in our chart, that are missing for us to really focus on and develop for ourselves in this lifetime. But if those are not present, then it usually can present itself in a very positive way. So that's my take on the performance expression, the performance experience. Now, if you guys liked what you heard, if you found what I said to be valuable, click on the like, make a comment if you have a question, so maybe I can make a video in the future addressing it. And make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can get updates on when I come out with new videos. All right, guys, this is Darius with Divine